Hey friends, it's Patty with Get Personal with Patty. In this video, I am going to show you my weekly income that came in yesterday, Friday the 19th. So I get paid weekly. I do use, this is the Budget Mom workbook. So I use one workbook for 2 accounts and for all income or checks that come in weekly and monthly. I get paid on a weekly basis, and you can see that here on the calendar. These little paydays are from Life in Envelopes, and those represent my paycheck weekly. I get paid weekly. Okay. My husband gets paid twice a month. He is self-employed, so he gets paid usually on the 11th and the 26th, and I mark those off with this black paid sticker. I also have side income. That goes into a separate account, and that's what I use for spending, saving a little extra, etc. I use a 7x9 workbook from Erin Condren that they're on sale right now. So I think you buy 2, get 1 or something. Go check them out because I like this for like the separate side income. I keep track of it and I color code it just like I would my regular budget workbook, color code where I'm spending so I have a better idea as the month goes on. So this is already for May. I just updated it this morning and I will color code it. Okay, so let's see what's happening. Turn to May 20th. So what I'm going to do for June is I'm probably going to already start doing it, but I had to go back and forth in May. So kind of just getting a new system down because I am using an extra paycheck bill tracker. Now, when they first came out, I started using the Budget Mom method about 3 years ago. So when it first came out, I got the PDF. So if you're interested and you're just starting, maybe just download the PDF and take it one page at a time, print one page at a time. Certainly you could print the whole book. You could take it to Staples or any one of those outfits and they'll, bind it for you. You can use discs, which a lot of people do. Check out YouTube for those videos. However you want to do it. But because I have the workbook, but there's always, now there is actually, so my paycheck is large enough, finally, on a weekly basis to put money in the joint account toward fixed bills, but also I keep money in my account because my account covers credit card debt, envelopes, sinking funds, and any challenges, savings challenges. So even though that's separate, I do like to keep 2 paycheck bill trackers to track what I'm spending or in each account. So that's how I do it. So for June, I'm just going to, cover up the page. I'll show you in the workbook. Usually, as you know, if you use the Budget Mom, this is a standard page. So you have the big paycheck budget tracker here, and then you have the cash envelope breakdown system here. So when I know that, what I'll do is I'll print out another paycheck bill budget tracker and just put it over this. And then, maybe at the bottom of this page, I'll do this envelope denomination breakdown because I do like this page and I like the money thoughts page. But because now I'm doing, 1 and 1 every week, I might have like a couple extra at the end, but we'll see. So that's what I do, so that's why you'll see that here on this page, because the left is the, the budget. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Sorry. I want just to zoom in a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So the budget here is my paycheck 520. So this goes into my personal account. So we have a checking rollover of 1862. Now that, again, that's not normal. I got some extra money in a couple of paychecks ago, and I'm still carrying a balance on that. And that's just because we have some yard work coming up and I just want it in there. It's a proud moment when there's money in my checking account and I'm not spending it. because I'm spending it intentionally. So I do like that rollover of a higher figure. Certainly I could put some of that in a savings account and then just transfer it back when I need it. I may do that. I know Ally online just went up to their APR went up to 0.60, which is a lot higher than any banks out there. And Sally Mae has a savings account, which I have my emergency fund in. So, that has a larger APR than most banks. So I might do that eventually. We'll see. So the cushion rollover was 213.24, which I don't know how it came to that. That's an odd number. But you'll see down below, like, kind of what I've done. Oh, actually, yeah, okay. I had some extra income of 175, and then my paycheck was 140.21. Again, last week was not a full week because we had COVID, so I worked a couple of days before I realized we had COVID, and then I used some sick time, and I did get about 4 hours working from home. So that's why usually 140.21, this is about, $300 to $400 a week. And again, this is just my account. The next account, the next paycheck bill tracker I show you is the joint where my bills, my check gets split. And I only started that with this new job. And only recently, I'd say within the last, maybe actually the month of May is when I started it, because I feel like my check is large enough that I can split between two accounts and help pay the fixed bills as well. So my husband doesn't have that complete, not hardship. It's not a hardship, but I'm just saying, okay, you know what I mean? Okay. And then I did get an extra $440 for some extra childcare costs to help with childcare costs. So get my handy dandy calculator out because I had already, I forgot this amount, so it'd be great if I could see, right? Jeez, I feel that's far away from me. You guys, never mind from me. So it's 2390, 61 plus 440. So 2830.61 is what we're working with. And then obviously I need rollover to the following week. I always try to keep a rollover, as you can see here, because I just comfortable. It's not really my cushion. My cushion is separate. It's a rollover. All right. So just to round out that cushion, which is important to me. I have 250. So for some reason the cushion was 213.24. So I'm putting 36.76 toward the cushion to make it 250. And I'll keep it at 250. I might add another $50 to that to round it to 300, and that should be a sustainable cushion for us. So then this week is all about credit card payments. So here we are on the full calendar. So we have Sonova Solar coming out on the 23rd, but then these on the 26th, you can't see it. These on the 26th will come out of the joint account, so I don't have to really worry about that. But if we go back to our monthly calendar here, where I talked about a little bit of this on my other video. So here's my paycheck in this color, and then this is covering, it's a brown color. So yeah, gas and electric, which electric is a credit right now because we have solar and our solar produced more, so we do not have an electric bill. Our gas, I paid for $150 toward that. And then I also covered these two credit cards, even though they're not in the brown color. They were originally in this paycheck's color, but I didn't make enough to cover both credit cards. So that's kind of where that is. So all right, that looks good. I like this week when there's no bills on it. The last week, but it's the last week of May. Can you believe it? Can you believe we're at the end of May already? So okay, so what you can see here is the cushion rollover, and then I paid $100 on Old Navy, Amazon $200, and my husband's Capital One $100. The Capital One of my husband's, that is around the minimum payment. I know Old Navy and Amazon, obviously the $100 and $200 is not minimum payment, so it is paying a little extra. Okay. Again, my account pays credit cards and does all envelopes, all sinking funds, and any savings challenges. So for envelopes, we obviously have gas on a weekly basis. I budgeted 60. I've already put 40 in. Dine out, I budgeted 40. Groceries, I budgeted 100. This was originally 50, which is what we have left over for the month. But because we got that extra money in, I decided to up it a little bit. So that gives me the freedom to kind of buy a little bit more. Maybe I need some chicken and some healthy stuff. I've been eating low carb, and even to do a quick Trader Joe's run. I don't want to get that much at Trader Joe's, but I'm going to think ahead in June, and get some bratwurst like at Aldi's today, and stuff that we can cook out that's an easy, an easy meal. And then household, I budgeted $44.24 because we went somewhere, and that's for how much it was. Oh, I know, we went to Ocean State Job Lot, which we have a pool envelope that I've been saving, and I know there's $50 in there. So we need pool stuff. We figured beginning of the year, beginning of the summer, we'll buy a big quantity of the pool shock and, the tablets there, the chlorine tablets. We bought a big bucket. The big bucket was $100. And the case of shock was $20. I have the receipt right here. And last year in our area, I don't know if everybody got pools, but last year in our area, the chlorine, yeah, a bunch of, I don't know how many we got, but I think it's 3 pounds. It was $99.99, and then the case of liquid shock I'm reading is $20. So I put that separate. So I put $125 for pool stuff, and I'll still keep putting my $5 a week in that envelope. Because now my husband today said we need something else. So instead of using it from here, we'll use the envelope. I was saying that last year, the pool stuff by like July had all run out. Like no store, you couldn't get tablets, you couldn't get shock. There was like a wait. So you know what? I just feel comfortable while we have the money just to buy it now, buy a large quantity, and hopefully, you won't need it again maybe till August. And then household of that Ocean State Job Lot, besides the pool stuff, we had some groceries and household stuff. So I marked that as $44.24. So that these total $369.24. I just need to adjust those with the new balance. And then sinking funds, I concentrate on about 2 to 3 sinking funds a month, or I should say I concentrate on savings challenges, just a couple of months. So June will be different because I just find when I have too many to list of sinking funds, not every, sinking fund, what's important right now, what's important for the next 2 months, etc. So I just started up again the 4 for $20. So I do $5 a week for 4 different sinking funds. And so that's $20. So I put it in the girls' night dinner. I put it in for Gracie's birthday. And I put it in for my husband's birthday, which is coming up in November. And it's a big one. So I'm already starting to save just a little bit a week. And that's what I try to tell people. $5 a week, it does add up. We're already going into June. So if you know something is coming up in October and November, start now. $5 a week, $3 a week, $5 every time you get paid, whatever. Put it in an envelope and put it away. And just try to be consistent with it. That's the most important thing. I'm working on the reverse savings challenge this year. That's a monthly thing that I'm doing for the year. And I owe a little bit extra money in that. So this week I put in $25. And then my word for May is surf, S-U-R-F. So I'm on the U, and that's $21. Max gets $30 a week. That's my dog. And his pup box came out this week. So I budgeted $30. The pup box was $36.13. I have piano lessons on a weekly basis. That's $22. That was $22. And then sometimes I do gifts. So my friend lost her dog of like 14 years. So I sent a little gift to her. So that was $44.92, and that's why that's here. So like without counting that 440, 1208.45 is left over. So obviously that would be like 1600 left over. So I might do just a smaller payment, maybe the PayPal credit or something in extra debt. And then extra savings, I think I am going to put something in our 100 savings challenge because I haven't done that for a while, and then that'll be it. So that's the budget worksheet for my monies that go into my account. That's what it's covering this week. Now this one is the paycheck bill tracker for my joint and fixed bills. The joint account is only used for fixed bills. By doing it that way, it's very simple to see what's going in and what's coming out because it's all fixed bills. So I had a checking account rollover of $85.50, and then nothing on the cushion rollover. And then my half of my paycheck that was in here was $350. So that's $435.50. So I am putting $100 aside in the account for a cushion. I'd like to build that up to, another, probably be able to build that up next week to either $200 or $250. And then the gas bill, I paid $150 toward that. So I'm not going to do any envelope fund, but in sinking funds, I am going to start out of the joint account. I am going to start putting money aside for the water bill. It comes out twice a year, May and in October. So the next bill is due in October. I'm going to do $25 a week from now till October. Although, as you can see, I just had my husband go into the bank and ATM $60. So I budgeted $50 to put in the envelope, and I put in $60. So I'm just thinking like May. Okay, so there's 2 more weeks in May. June has 4. Let's just say 4. I don't know if there's any 5. I think July is a 5-week month, but 4, 8, 12, 16. So let's say 16 plus 17 weeks till the next water bill times 25 is $425. And that's why I'm doing it, because our last water bill that we just paid in May was $450. So, I just figured it out for you. 17 weeks, right? I took 17 weeks times the $25 a week, which, will come right out of the joint account, is $425. And that, my friends, is why people do sinking funds. If you stop and think about it, anticipating your bill $425 based on the bill that you just had, and you put $25 aside every paycheck, or, every time you get paid, then you're all set when that bill comes again. And it's a good feeling to be all set, to be honest. I mean, it's better to I'd rather do it that way than get stressed out about, oh, it's October 1st, and now I got to take $425 out from, my budget that month. That's why we do it. This is my expense tracker, so I just need to update that. I try to do the expense tracker weekly instead of all one time. So this is the joint expense tracker worksheet. So that was the first paycheck. This is the second paycheck, and this is obviously the third paycheck. And then I do the same thing for mine. As you can see, I separate them when this was the small first, this was the second, this is the third. And then I kind of ran out of space. I should, again, because I started doing it differently. So I have one more here. No, I have 2 more here. So I won't run out because the joint, I have one more. Yeah, this will finish up the joint, and then this will finish up for the month. So that's our budget. That's our budget for week paycheck May 20th. And I hope you learned something, maybe heard something that I said that works for your family. All our budget journeys are different. And I appreciate you coming and listening and hearing what I have to say about my budget. I'm very proud of our budget. And I wish you guys a best weekend ever. It's going to be hot. I'm in Massachusetts. It's supposed to get up to 70s. Although it looks cloudy and rainy right now, but I know it's going to be warmer later. So stay cool and wear your sunscreen. It's coming, folks. The heat is finally coming. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend. Bye.